Hi Aries, welcome to your mid-October 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aries. This will not resonate with every Aries that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading's not for you at all, Aries, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in Aries. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Aries and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl to clear and set the energy, so if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's tune in. All right. So let's see what's happening for my Aries right now in love and romance. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anyone dealing with an Aries? What is going on in your love life? What do you need to know about your love life at this time? Let's see. Ooh, tell me about it. That was quick. The cards are very jumpy, so they want to talk to you, Aries. Let's see. Ooh, forgiveness. All right, and it says, forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. So there is someone around you, Aries, that wants your forgiveness, that has been feeling bad, guilty, shameful, regretful of what has happened between the two of you. I feel as if you found something out, whether that there was some shady stuff going on in the background, they weren't being fully honest to you with, like maybe someone was talking to other people, maybe someone did have like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or, you know, just something that made you kind of repel, made you kind of stand back and say, this isn't for me. Or just something that really did hurt you about this situation that this person did do. And I feel since you guys have stopped talking, they haven't been able to get this off their mind. They haven't been able to kind of shed you to move on without telling you, without, I don't know, there's a lot of regret around this, that they feel like they have to make amends with you, or at least try to. And I wonder if this person has recently come back into your life with this whole we need to talk type of situation, or this is what you got to prepare for. Now with forgiveness, a lot of people do misunderstand messages around it. I mean, forgiveness is never about accepting someone's bad behavior, but truly forgiveness is what we need to do for ourselves, so we no longer have to live with that energy within our heart space, within our psyche, within our bodies even, about what this person has done. Because if we act out of the hurt that someone did to us, it really does stifle us. Sure, there's lessons, and we can learn from those lessons about how to better discern who we trust and who we open up to, but when that level of anger or resentment just keeps growing and growing without it ever being resolved, without it ever coming to peace with, it just creates this seed of a lower vibrational anchor that takes more from us. So maybe Aries, I don't know if this person's, for a lot of you, that they're going to come back and try to apologize, but what this card is telling me more so is that it's time for you to kind of finally just put a nail in the coffin of some sort of instance or connection, karmic energies that have surrounded this, so you can better move on. Because there's something here that's still being very present within your energy. The memory of it, the hurt from it, is still lingering longer than it should. And I feel that the lesson has served its purpose. Now, Aries, you choose what to do with it. And I do feel maybe for some of you guys, just hearing the apology will be enough for you. But even if you never do, let's just say, you can just give that closure to yourself by realizing that someone just wasn't in alignment with you. Someone just wasn't ready for your love, ready to give into that. And that's all you could have really expected from this person. It never had anything to do with what you couldn't give. It never had anything to do with who you were. It was just the fact that maybe you guys at the time were out of alignment and it would have never worked. And that's okay. But there's something someone's carrying that is just self-defeating, that is self-sabotaging, or that is getting in the way of a new beginning that is trying to push in for you guys. So let's see. Why is this person coming through specifically? I'm seeing the letter R, as in Randall, as in Rachel. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. Does not have to be the case, but Spirit's putting that out there. What does this energy want to say to Aries that they haven't told Aries? That they've been holding back from telling Aries? I denied my feelings for you. Yeah, they tried to block you out. They tried to push you away. They did some hurtful things to kind of try to disconnect themselves from you, but it didn't work. It did not work. And actually, it just dug themselves a deeper hole in their feelings for you. So yeah, I gotta say, guys, you are dealing with someone coming back. You already are for a lot of you. And it feels as if they're trying their best attempt to get you to understand where they're coming from, to convince you to give this another shot. But yeah, I do feel the main purpose of why they were pushing you away, they ghosted you. They just didn't want to believe what they already felt for you. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's the truth. I do feel like you're dealing with someone that's very emotionally immature, someone who isn't very responsible in general, who just sabotages a lot of things in their life, including what they could have had with you. So I don't know if you block this person, then this is why they're coming through energetically to say all this to you right now. But I do feel you guys are going to deal with that energy coming back in some way or form. I do feel it's a text message. I do feel it's a phone call. I almost feel like for some of you guys, you're going to run into this person at a event, maybe a Halloween event, and they're going to try to talk this out with you right then and there and kind of catch you off guard with that. A friend's party, maybe. So let's see what the tarot has to say about all this. Will it be worth even listening to? Will there be any change? Let's see. Tell me about this. Okay, 7 of Wands in reverse, Leo energy. Someone wants to get your guard down. Someone just wants you to hear them out. And they're not looking to fight with you anymore. And maybe in the past, you guys did have a lot of disagreements, arguments, and maybe that's kind of the toxicity around this connection, was that you guys tried to get them to open up and they never wanted to. They may have even got snappy with you when you kind of got too close to the situation of, you know, how do you feel about me? Where do you see this going? They didn't want to deal with it. But I don't know, maybe it's from you finally standing your ground and putting your boundaries in and not giving into this connection that it's made them realize that they should have opened up more. I'm going to get all the cards out first before we kind of get into it. 4 of Wands crossing this. Aries energy. You could be dealing with another Aries or someone with Aries in their big 3. It doesn't have to be. 8 of Pentacles crowning the situation. Wow. I can see why they want you back. Ooh. I can see why, though, they're afraid of approaching you, or they know that they're in for it, with the Queen of Swords in reverse of how they see you. Yeah. You're pissed. And I think you have a right to be pissed, Aries, especially if you did find something out that was the done deal of this whole situation here. And now they're trying to fight for it for what? I don't know. Yeah, Three of Pentacles in reverse here, Capricorn energy. So let's get right on into it. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. This is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. You know what I felt when I overturned this card was that, like, I trusted you. I trusted my feelings with you. I opened up to you. I shared to you. And it didn't mean anything, is what you kind of feel about it. And someone here may have felt like a little bit naive, a little bit foolish, a little bit manipulated in some way emotionally. But with this Page of Cups in the bottom of the deck, if that's not so much the case, I also feel this energy of someone who, since you guys stopped talking, since you separated, hasn't felt right about it, knows that you deserve an apology, knows that they did you wrong and that they want to fix something. But they were emotionally immature, and for a lot of you guys, I don't know if they've even really still focused on that emotional healing and that emotional development. Someone could have been much younger in the connection with the page cards, but I feel with this that they were a little bit careless in their feelings, and now that they kind of have to live with that, it's been hard for them to kind of face that, to kind of come to terms with how they may have broken your heart or may have upset you. And with this Page of Cups, maybe you approach this in a loving way, in a sweet way. You were always willing to hear them out. They knew they could call you or text you and they could talk to you about their problems, and you would help them kind of feel better. Just seeing a text message from you made them feel better. Seeing that you cared made them feel some type of way about themselves. And now that they don't have that anymore, they miss that. Because you were a light in their lives. We see that with the Sun card reading this. So I wonder too, with this Page of Cups, there was some sort of rejection in an offer. Maybe someone asked the other person to be exclusive or to try things out. Let's try to date and see what happens. And someone said no. And it really hurt someone. And I think that was the whole denying of their own feelings. I don't know, maybe they're in that emotional immature space of wanting to be single, not wanting to give themselves to anyone, no strings attached type of thing, but it really played against them because they didn't know you would be out by then. So the center of this is the Seven of Wands in reverse. Leo energy. So there is something that they kind of want to fix. There is something that right now in this moment, for whatever reason why, maybe because they'll see you in person, maybe because they've built up some sort of courage within themselves to finally face this with you. They're looking to kind of just put it all out there, to not hide or deny or to fight any more feelings, but to kind of come to terms with it. And their whole purpose here in coming back for some of you guys is to let your guard down. And others of you, I feel the purpose of letting their guard down is to kind of show the side of you that they didn't want you to see before. They weren't ready for you to see before. They get very jealous if they hear about you dating again, or even if you block them, they found other ways to access your social media. I don't know, through a friend's account or through fake profiles, but it's like if they see you're going out, they see you're moving on, or that you could possibly be involved with someone else, it gets them really, really jealous. And maybe that's the extra push they're kind of going for as far as coming back all of a sudden again to address this and to kind of move forward in this. But there's another group of you I'm feeling very strongly that with the Queen of Swords in reverse of how they see you, they know you're still really upset. You're still really hurt. And that even if they were to kind of come back to kind of fix things, it wouldn't go well for them. They'd be called out. They would be roasted a little bit, and rightfully so, and exposed in some way. And I feel they're not ready for that confrontation either. So maybe that's why they also keep their distance. For a lot of you, though, I do feel this person has returned or is going to try to, but they don't want to fight. And if it goes towards that way, I think that's when they'll stop texting back, because they're still not ready to really fully hear your truth and your side of things. And that just kind of shows maybe it's still not meant for you, or an extra confirmation for you. What's crossing this is the Four of Wands. Aries energy. So for straight up, for some of you guys, you found out they were in a relationship. Okay, or still trying to make things work with an ex type of thing when they were still talking to you. And that's the whole challenge here. If that's not so much the case, then the Four of Wands crossing this is, if we could even, is it realistic to think that this could be a partnership again, that we could date again, that I could have you again? They did think you were a lot of fun. They did enjoy themselves when they were with you. You stood out in a lot of ways to them. But again, I just feel this intimidation that they couldn't meet you at your level. They couldn't go toe-to-toe with you and cup to cup with you, wand-to-wand with you, to build that partnership that you knew you wanted. Either with them or without them, you weren't going to lower your expectations as far as that goes. There's someone who likes to camp a lot, who may live by like a hiking trail that I'm seeing. But yeah, for those of you where they're keeping their distance, they just think that you wouldn't even look at them, that you wouldn't even give them that opportunity and that chance to make things right again. And you're doing your own thing, and you're doing it pretty damn well. If they've seen your pictures, maybe some of you have been posting a bit, going out or traveling or just living your best life, they think you're doing a lot better than they are currently. And that's something that they still are a little bit embarrassed of or ashamed of, because you're kind of flourishing and growing while they're still stuck in a lot of ways. What's crowning this is the Eight of Pentacles. Virgo energy. So yeah, I mean, in their best hopes and the best outcome they could think of is that they could show you how much they want this, that they could prove it to you, that they're different now, that they've changed, that they'll work on it. But I feel for others of you, they try to throw themselves in their work to distract themselves from you, to overwork, I don't even know, for some of you guys, it's as if when you guys stop talking, they almost passive aggressively, by posting on social media a lot about how well they're doing, like they're not even thinking of you, they're on their own thing, but that was just to kind of get you a bit riled up, to get you feeling a little bit jealous, when they're really not doing that much. I mean, look at this person in bed here. That was just kind of a front. And again, it's very immature, which is what we saw with the Page of Cups. But for others of you, this could be what they're seeing of you right now, is just working on yourself, working on just keep moving forward. Maybe some of you guys have a project you're working on, or something within your career that you are progressing in. And it makes them feel like they're kind of left behind in the dust a bit, or how well you were able to shake it off and keep it moving. That's something they're a little bit surprised by too. But they view you as a powerful person, as a strong person, as someone that when they're fully into it, they dedicate themselves. They put themselves out there to work on it. And I feel like you were the only person in their life that really showed that to them, and they didn't know what to do with it when they had it. Someone that was so ready, so devoted to work on things if it would to be reciprocated, but it wasn't. It was one-sided. And that's how you still kind of view this in this person, and that's why you don't really trust them, is because of their lack of motivation before. You're not going to try to put this all on you again for them to still not give a damn. For some of you, I also feel like you look at this person as being a little bit lazy. as a scrub kind of, and I'm hearing that song No Scrubs by TLC. But you always felt like you had to overextend yourself for someone who wasn't willing to do the same. They're going to try to tell you they're working on that and fixing it, but can you really trust it? I don't know. Sorry if you hear that airplane flying over my house right now. Again, some of you could be traveling or you guys live at a distance from one another, which will make it a lot harder to kind of fix this. Or someone could live by an airport. But rooting this is the Sun card. So different messages. This is Leo energy. So for some of you guys, yeah, this is the light that they're missing in their life. The happiness that they had when they were with you, that when you were around, that they took for granted. Maybe things ended in the summertime. I'm hearing August for some of you guys. That could have been a prominent month within this connection where things took a turn. But yeah, I do feel that they're not finding this happiness. They're not finding a replacement because you held this energy that was so high vibrating, that was so eye-catching. And I feel that for you guys, I don't know, maybe the tables turned in a way where when this all began to happen, whenever you guys stopped talking, you were just so hurt. You were upset. But now that you've done the growth, you've done the self-realization, the healing, you're shining brighter now than you did before. And maybe it had to be through this person's rejection to kind of fully understand how valuable you are with or without their approval. And that's kind of, when you do that type of work, it shows through everything that you do, through everything that you post, through every action you take, through every word you say. There's a high vibrance to it now from kind of doing that work of forgiveness, that maybe some of you are forgiving yourselves for what happened in this and no longer blaming yourselves for it. And for others of you with the Sun card here, I think before you didn't see a lot of this person's flaws or faults, or because they weren't so open to you, you didn't fully understand the depth of their ego, the depth of their pain. But for them to come back, maybe for some of you to try to fix this, it's illuminating that you were a lot more powerful in this situation. You had more of an advantage in this than you thought before. That you actually did have the upper hand this whole time by the fact that you were in a higher vibration. And I feel like there's been so much that's been illuminating to you about the situation through this soul work you've been doing, through the healing you've been doing, that I think you're just seeing yourself in a different place. And even if they do illuminate their return, they do come back, like, I wonder if some of you guys would even feel the same way anymore that you did right when this ended, or even before so. There's a lot that's changed, a lot that's grown. And I don't know if this person even fully sees how much you've grown and changed through all this. They see a bit, but not everything. How they see you in this situation is the Queen of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, this could simply mean that you're not open to communicate. You're not open to talk. When you cut it good. And that's it. Because to give into this again would mean to allow an energy that you're not willing to do anything to work on it or to fix it or to have it take any more from you than it already has. So simply, you're just not open to communicate. You're not open to talk. You completely blocked yourself from this person entirely. And you chose to do that, Aries, I feel. Others of you, yeah, they know you're mad. They know you're pissed. They know that there would be a lot that you would be ready to say, whether some of it's from the truth or some of it would be to purposely hurt them. We're not perfect. It may have happened in the past even. And they may not be ready to face this energy from you. Or even if they do kind of, let's just say, come back in and you are not the cheery, sweet, kind person that you were when you met them, or you're kind of using a different side of yourself to protect yourself from this, they may view you as being cold. They may view you as, I'm even hearing bitchy, which isn't the case. You're just protecting yourself. But they may be telling other people that out of retaliation for you not rolling out the red carpet for them the way they thought may have happened. So I do feel like that's kind of where they're at as far as how they see you, is either, you know, you are completely not open to discuss, or when they do come in, you're going to be cold. You're not going to be open, but are they recognizing there's a reason for that? And how you may be viewing them, how you may kind of see them, or how they may be in this situation is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Capricorn energy. First of all, yeah, I mean, if they're still with someone, it's not going to work, which they may still be. And they're doing this behind that other person's back to reach out to you and to talk to you. It's bad from the start, okay? But you may not view it as something that you want to fix with this, that you want to continue to build on this or grow with this. Maybe you're looking to put an end to this, and when they come back, that will be the opportunity to do so, and it wasn't what they expected. But I also think, Aries, in this form of forgiveness that's kind of coming through as the theme of this reading here, is that you're kind of, instead of, you know, blaming yourself, or even to some extent blaming entirely on the things that this person did to make all this kind of have a downfall within this connection, I think you're kind of accepting we just never were going to work. We were just not compatible. And that's okay. And I think this moment in October, I hope through hearing this message, it's kind of, by accepting that, by noticing that, that's going to give that space to heal and finally let go if there's still some unresolved issues within this. And whether that's going to be talked about face to face with this person, phone call to phone call, or even you have to do this for yourself. I do feel this is the season where you finally close out those old cycles so you can move on to rebuilding yourself, continuing that spiritual evolution you've been doing for yourself. So newer and better can come in, because you deserve the newer and better for sure. Someone may have lost a job too. This person, you may find out they lost their, they got laid off or they got fired. Just saying. Anyways, Aries, to see the likely outcome of the situation, what is likely to happen and unfold, what else do you need to know about this person's intentions or motives if you are talking to them right now? Or anything that could further answer your questions in regards to this connection if you still have any. We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome, what Spirit really wants you to know if this was going to continue to happen, what would happen, and pull some more oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this. So if there's still more information you need on how to heal, if there's anything else you need to be aware of, we'll go ahead and get that taken care of for you. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Aries, I really hope that this reading has resonated with you. I hope it's provided you with confirmation, clarity, healing, insight, and guidance in regards to what may be going on in your love life, what you may be dealing with in your love life right now. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aries, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.